wonderful to continue the meditation. Then I became aware that 10 minutes, Singapore time. In Singapore, you are blessed with everything, perhaps except one thing, the time. So wonderful. In a place like this, actually we come to learn, not much of practice, but to learn. The real practice has to be carried on in your daily life at your home. Yeah? And from time to time you come to a center like this to learn more, to get more inspiration, to get clarifications, and then practice. You must practice at your home every morning, not only morning, afternoon, evening also, all the time. Meditation, Dhamma. At the beginning, we learn to practice meditation on a sitting posture in silence. Gradually, we have to practice this meditation in all situations, not only while sitting, but standing, walking, working, all time. The joy, the peacefulness you experience in sitting meditation has to be slowly brought to in all walks of life. Yeah? Bit difficult, but it's possible, and have to make possible if you want the full fruits of the Dhamma. If you don't, then that's okay. Once in a while, come here, spend 2 hours, go and forget, and come again. And remain like this whole life. Next life, come again, learn again, and again come. Isn't it? But if you are alert, awakened, you don't need whole life. You know, when Lord Buddha delivered his first discourse to the his five disciples, Panchavargya Bhikkhu, before finishing the first discourse, one of them became Sotapanna, and others became Sagadagami, the Anagami, Arahant. And few discourses, few days, few weeks became enlightened. Right? So, that possibility applies to you all also, all of us, if you want. But my observation is that when I ask, do you like to become Sotapanna, Sagadagami, Anagami, Arhat? They look at me in a very strange manner and they start scratching their head. What? What did you say? Me in Sotapanna? Me in Sagadagami? I become a Anagami, Arhat? What a joke. You're making a joke. If you take that way, if you make a joke, it will remain a joke. But if you take it seriously, Buddha didn't speak a single word in impractical. I don't think Buddha speaks something meaningless, useless, some impractical. Every word coming from the mouth of Buddha is practical. If we cannot become Sotapanna, Sagadagami, Anagami and Arahant, enlightenment, then Buddha have taught something impractical, something meaningless, useless. That too, if Singaporean cannot become finished, then completely no hope. Correct or not? You still feel that I'm making joke, huh? This is the problem. Yeah. You think seriously, please. Think seriously. You know, to achieve anything, whether spiritually or materially, certain condition needs to be fulfilled, isn't it? Let us say a flower, you want to grow a flower, a certain condition needs to be fulfilled. The seed, for the seed to break and blossom, sprout and blossom into flower, it requires certain condition. Without the condition, the seed cannot break, the seed cannot sprout, the seed cannot blossom into flower. The conditions is that, you know how many conditions? Proper soil, water and some moisture, then some oxygen, then some sunlight. What else? Seed, the seed itself. Yeah? If the seed, with all the 5 conditions, they come together, without losing a second, it starts working. Something starts happening without losing 1 second. And finally, that seed, which has no life, looks like a dead piece of stone, no color, no beauty, no fragrance. That seed transforms into a beautiful flowers, many layers of flowers, different color, in the same flower, different color, different shape and fragrance. What a wonderful thing. Same thing for us also. To understand the Dhamma, to practice the Dhamma, and to achieve that fruit of Dhamma or enlightenment, you need certain conditions. What are the conditions? First, you have to be human beings. I don't think any buffaloes, donkeys have ever become enlightened. I have not heard any animals becoming. So therefore, have to be human beings. That's why in Buddhism say human life is precious, superior to animals, because animals simply cannot. They cannot hear Dhamma, cannot understand, cannot meditate. Have you ever seen any buffaloes, donkeys coming to temple, praying, listening Dhamma talk, meditating? No? I have not seen. Once on one picture, a dog like this from Japan with one monk. But that I think that like human being train some animal in zoo, you know. They train, but I don't think that dog has. A dog is aware that I'm in temple. I have to stand up with folded hand to respect and listen Dhamma. I don't think he has been trained like in the zoo, animal. So we human beings blessed with the potentiality, you know. Only human beings are blessed with this understanding. And first for human life, then good condition of body and mind. You are born as human beings, maybe some defect in the mind, body cannot see, cannot read Dhamma books, or cannot hear, or cannot walk, or cannot understand mentally some problems. So, first human being, second perfect body and mind. Correct? Then the basic education or basic intelligence. There are some people physically strong, mentally things okay, but the basic intelligence is missing, living like animals. Isn't it? So basic intelligence, or you can say basic education. That's his condition. After that, the basic material need. You may be born as human being, you're blessed with good body, or mentally also okay, but you are in such a condition, so nothing to eat. Nothing, so poor. From early morning to late evening, you have to run after 2 pieces of bread and butter. Yeah, there are people in many parts of the world, Africa and other places. All the time, no time No time to go to temple, no time to go to school, no time to read books, no time to think of a teacher. Running all the time, morning to evening, for few 2 pieces of bread and butter for survival. If you don't have that, also problem. Okay, so basic material need. Then, finally, coming in contact with Dhamma, very important. You were born as human being, was very strong, mentally brilliant, physically strong, materially prosperous. Everything is there, nice car, nice, lot of bank balance, these things. No contact with Dhamma. Go to casino and that big building. Casino, spending all money. You have already so much money, more money you want, more money. Spend. Again you will miss it. Coming in contact with Dhamma is so important. Then not only just coming in contact, sitting, listening the Dhamma like you listen to a politician talk from politician. Not that. You have to listen, understand, practice. The opportunity to practice the Dhamma. Yeah? So if you have these things now, you understand? Do you understand? I am trying to make you aware, more aware. I hope you are aware. First, human life. I hope everybody is human being here. Yeah. And so far, I see everybody in good condition, physically, mentally. Anybody mentally some problem? No, for me, I don't see. Okay. Physically also okay. Then I see the basic intelligence, education. Otherwise, you won't be here. You have the intelligence, you have the saddha, the devotion. You want to learn something higher, something nobler, something greater. That's why you are here. Otherwise, you must be sitting in house and watching some movie. But here, that shows that you are intelligent. You have an intelligence, basic intelligence. And then material, I don't need to talk, you're Singaporean. You are blessed with more than what you need, do you know? You are blessed with more than what you need. Maybe you have a problem, so no enough space in the room to keep things. Problem where to throw, take and throw away. You are blessed with more than what you want. You still complain, you still want, then this is not a basic need, this is a greed. When the need turns into greed, then greed has no limitation. Greed is a bottomless bucket, can never be filled. So otherwise you are Singaporean is blessed with more than what you need materially. Then the next, coming in contact with Dhamma. You're already in contact with Dhamma. You cannot complain, oh, there is no Buddhist center, there is no Dhamma teacher, there is no Dhamma book. Cannot complain. Everywhere, especially Singapore, Malaysia, more blessed than the traditional Buddhist countries. You know? You agree? How? May not be clear. If it is in Thailand, you have only Theravada Buddhism. In Tibet, you have only Tibetan Buddhism, Tibetan Rinpoche. In Singaporean and Malaysia is special. You have a Vajrayana center, Vajrayana teacher. You have a Theravada center. You have the Mayana center. You want a Chinese temple, a Korean temple, and Sri Lanka temple, Burmese temple, Thai temple, Sri Lanka temple. Isn't it? So much choice, blessings. Others, even traditional. Perhaps you think, traditional Buddhist country, more fortunate, you say, no? But you are more fortunate, more choice. Wow. Now all the conditions are there. You have time to practice also. You are blessed with the opportunity to practice. Now, having blessed with all the conditions, if you don't become Sotapanna, then something wrong in the teachings of Buddha or in you. I don't think something wrong with the Buddha or his teaching. There's something wrong in us. Maybe we already make some sort of wrong perception, misperception, misconception, wrong view. No. Sotapanna not possible for me. No. Enlightenment not possible for me. If you say so, it will be so. Otherwise, I don't see why all the Singaporeans don't become Sotapanna. Some of you are enlightened. Have to be. If you don't become, then something really wrong. The Buddha's teaching in practical. I think it's possible, but only thing you have to tell yourself. I am not sure how many of you decided to be Sotapanna, Sagadagami, Anagami. Have you decided? Honestly tell me. No, you're not decided. Then, if you're not decided, how come? You make a strong determination. In this very lifetime, I become a Sotapanna. Sagadagami, Anagami. Sotapanna is the minimum one. That's for other people. For Singaporean, no. This is too less. This you have to go higher. Correct? Yeah, really. What you need? What you need? Everything is there. Yeah. And then some of you may raise question, those who read too much books become a bookworm. Yeah? And say, no, in the sutta not mentioned how I am a lay person, I am not ordained monk. When the ordained monks don't become Sotapanna, Sagadagami, how I am lay person can become, no, something wrong. There is something wrong with this monk. This monk is befooling us. Something telling cock and bull stories. But you must know, many great masters, like the great Milarepa in Tibet, Manjushri, and many, even the Padmasambhava, I'm not 100% sure whether he was fully ordained as a monk. Milarepa was certainly not ordained as a monk. Manjushri was not ordained as a monk. You know, shaving the hair, changing the name, changing the robe is a very small factor, small thing. Dhamma is not here. Dhamma is not the hair cutting here and there. Dhamma is not there in changing name. These are small factors. Maybe sometimes it play a role. But real Dhamma is your understanding. Waking up from the drowsiness, the sleepiness, listening attentively, meditating seriously, contemplating seriously, inquiring seriously, finding out seriously. Yeah? For that you don't need to shave or shave, or it's not a must shave. If you like to shave, it's no objection. Change the robe, no objection. We can arrange robe immediately. But even as a lay person can go a very high stage. Isn't it? So, my dears, think seriously. This beautiful life, this precious life, this beautiful world, don't waste. Now you're blessed, no? You are blessed with all these things. You don't need anything else. But you must know all this what I mentioned, the blessings of the precious human life, the blessings of the physical and mental health, the blessings of the basic intelligence, the blessings of the basic material need, the blessings of the opportunity to hear Dhamma, the blessings of the opportunity to practice Dhamma. You all have, but you must know it's totally unpredictable, uncertainty, impermanent. Nobody knows when this wonderful opportunity we have, nobody will slip. Nobody knows when we will lose one eye or both. Nobody knows when we will lose one head or both. Nobody knows when we will lose one leg or both. Nobody knows when we will lose one kidney or both. Well, nobody knows when something poison will go and food finish. Nobody knows when we will meet with the accident finish. Nobody knows when this tsunami is coming, earthquake coming, some disaster. Nobody knows. And I'm not frightening you. Oh, I expected some nice teachings from this monk from Himalaya. Oh, horrible things is frightening us. But this is the truth. And I must tell you that what I mentioned, all these are coming. We are going to lose the eyes. We are going to lose this one leg or both. We are going to lose all these things part by part, one after another. Who will lose the eyes? Who have the eyes? Those who don't have eyes will not lose the eyes. Those who have the eyes, they will lose. And we have. And we are going to lose. Who is going to become sick? Who have the body? Those who don't have body will not become sick. And we have the body, and we are born to get sick. Correct or not? And who is going to become old? Who are those who are born and young. And who is going to die? Those who are born, and we are born. We are born and we are going to die. Isn't it? Those are coming. And we live so unconscious that these things are not coming. Even if you see some dead body, even if you see somebody's hand is broken, leg is broken, somebody kidney failure, oh, we show sympathy. Oh, poor fellow. Oh, we don't think this coming. Next is my turn. I'm on the queue. Next is coming to us. We don't see that. We all have to see that. That's why for serious seekers of truth, so important to meditate on death also, for impermanent also. We have to think about death every day. Not to make our life miserable, but to make life even more richer. When you are able to live fully, without fear, worries, tension, you are going to have much better quality life. And who can live without fear, worries, tension? Who understand death. Who understand that death, he will have no attachment, no clinging, no ego. A person who is able to live without ego, without attachment, clinging, his life is going to be the richest life, most beautiful, most happy life. He has no fear, no worry, no attachment, nothing. Smiling, always happy. And that comes also, smiling. I know you're coming. Thank you, you didn't come before. I was expecting earlier to thank you so much, didn't come until now. I'm ready. So happy. So therefore, have to meditate on that also. Constantly, every day. And the death is coming, remember. Life is nothing but a gradual death. Ever since we are born in this world, we have been dying. But to befool ourselves, every year we keep on saying, happy birthday to you. To hide the truth. The truth is that 1 year is you have come nearer to the death. 1 year has gone from your life. 1 year you have come nearer to death. But we don't talk about that. Say, happy birthday to you. Isn't it? That doesn't mean that, one is you go and start crying. No. Realize the truth. 1 day pass, 1 day nearer to death. 1 week pass, 1 week nearer to death. 1 month pass, 1 month nearer to death. 1 year pass, nearer to death. We have to realize that life is moving. And life, the death has been presented to us the first day we came out from mother womb. That time, death has been presented to us. It's moving towards death. Have to be realized. Once you realize, then there's no death. Death exists for those who don't realize. Death exists for those who don't accept the death. Those who understand and accept the death, death disappears. No death for him. Isn't it? So, why I am all this telling? Not frightening you, not trying to snatch your smile from your face. Understanding of death and all this will not reduce smile on your face. It will increase the smile on the face. Even you can die smilingly. It will teach you to die smilingly. Why we are miserable when we are dying? Because you don't want to die. You have an attachment, you have a clinging, don't want to die. This problem. Why you don't want to die? You don't accept it. You don't realize the impermanence of life. It is time for us to die. Say goodbye. No need to live. Even after 90, 100-year-old, time has come to die. This lung, the heart is not functioning. You should putting pipe from here, there, pipe. You want to live? No. No. You shouldn't be living like that. I heard a story. A businessman, whole life he lived in a shop, what they call, shopkeeper, owner. He was now 90-year-old, cannot go to the shop. Now he was dying. He was in a dying bed. And his daughters, his sons, his granddaughters, grandson, all the relatives realized that he is going to die. They came from far off places to say goodbye. And this man still doesn't realize that he is going to die. He was trying to stand up from the dying bed and opening eyes. Where is my son? Oh, Papa, I am here. Relax. Take rest. Where is my second son? Oh, Papa, I am here. Relax. Take rest. Where is my first daughter? Oh, I am here, Papa. Take rest. Where is my son? Second daughter? I am here, Papa. Where is my daughter-in-law, son-in-law? Why we are here? Everybody is here, Papa. Don't worry, Dada, Papa. Don't worry. Take rest. We all are here. Oh, so everybody is here. Then who is in the shop? Oh, sad. Isn't it? He was worried about shop. His shop is closed. So he doesn't want to die. Oh, sad. So, dear friends, you are so fortunate. So fortunate. Some of you think that we are fortunate in the Himalayas. No. You are fortunate. Some people think people in the Himalaya, Tibet, Ladakh can become enlightenment faster. No. You can become enlightened faster. Because to become enlightened, you have to develop the intelligence, the wisdom. To develop wisdom, intelligence, you also have to go through different experiences. You have to have a situation. Yeah? So remember, you are in much better condition. So you all have to become enlightened much before than those people in Himalaya. We know. I have the lucky enough to see the both sides. Yeah? When I was born in a remote villages of Ladakh, wow, I was trying to share yesterday, but time was so short. It's 5 minutes. Then I thought, oh, I still have another 5 minutes in the second round. And the second round never came. so please come down for the lunch. So 5 minutes. Yeah, there's, Singaporean sometimes complain, oh, we are busy. Yeah, it's comfortable but busy, no time. We are also very busy in Himalaya. Just to bring 10, 20 liters of water, we have to walk 1 kilometer to fetch water from the river. Isn't it? To wash the clothes, have to walk down 2 kilometers, spend the whole day. Isn't it? Cook food, how long you spend? We have to spend hours together. First of all, go outside collecting cow dungs, bushes, firewood, not the nice firewood like Europe you see, the people cut. In Ladakh, no trees. Anything burnable, bushes, small bushes, collect cow dungs. Then cook on that. The room is full of smoke. The mother is like crying, tears coming. The room is full of smoke. Cannot open the window. If you open the window, so cold, the cold coming in. So keep closed. Smoke makes the room little warmer. So hard life. In my childhood, I walked barefoot in snow. Can you imagine? Those days, no birth control, no family planning. Even the poorest parents who cannot take care of 2, 3 children will give birth to 10, 12 children. Half die. Even half die, 6 survive, also too high number. From where to bring the clothes? Not like this, like you go to a shop and buy and this. No shop, no buying, no money. So they have some animals. Every family will have 10, 15, 20 sheep, goat, cut the wool, make thread, and make from there we make some kind of jacket, some long jacket one. From there you make a shoe, nice shoe, handmade shoe. Parents cannot make more than one set shoe. One set of dress for 1 year also difficult. So they make anyway. So we are children, we put the new shoe and run here and there, go up and down in the hill. Within few days, finish new shoe. So from where they will bring? Not the nice, strong shoe you people have, Not like that. Handmade, some pieces of, they collect the pieces of clothes. So difficult. And after that, no shoe. Walk without shoe in the snow. We walk in childhood. So hard life. No food enough. No clothing. So cold. Yeah. So you are people so fortunate. You have to realize that. And make best use of that, Make best use of the opportunity. We don't know when the death will come and knock at the door. When the death comes and knock at your door, then we forget everything else. Then we drop all attachment, clinging. Then you start thinking, oh, Namo Buddha. Then it's too late. Too late. Buddha will smile, say, no, it's too late. Now at the last moment, when you were young, when you have a time, that time no more Buddha, no meditation. Now you say, when you cannot enjoy, now you have no hope, and now you are asking my help. Sorry, I cannot. When you are young, strong, that time I was watching movie, I was going shopping, I was doing this thing, that thing. Then Buddha says, so sorry. Cannot. Buddha already said, you have to do yourself everything. So that regret, everybody regret. At the end of life, everybody thinks, even non-believers, those who say, I don't believe in Buddha. They spend the whole life, said, I don't believe in Buddha, don't believe in God. At the end, everybody start believing, oh God, Namo Buddha, Namo Buddha. Because the fact is that he doesn't know. His non-belief does not come from wisdom. His non-belief comes from ignorance. And he's ignorant of the next life now. Now he's going to die, he doesn't know where he's going. There may not be hell, but he's going to create a hell and he'll go to hell. Because he knows whole life I didn't do any good karma. I did lot of bad things. Since he doesn't have wisdom, he's not enlightened, he cannot see the hell. Finally he said, oh, yes, from childhood I heard, I have read in many books, those who do not live good life, those who do bad things, go to hell. And I didn't do any good things. I didn't live a good life. Yeah, I am destined to go to hell. And he created hell and goes to hell. There may not be hell, but he creates the hell and goes. This is how it is. And a person who live a good life, did good karma, he also start thinking, where I am going now? Oh, since childhood I heard those who do a lot of good karma, those who live a good life, they go to heaven. There may be not be heaven, he creates heaven and goes to heaven. Isn't it? So last moment is the result of whole life. Some people say, we will see at the last moment. Last moment cannot see. Last moment is the result of the whole life. You want the end of your life, now we have to start and live. Then the end of your life, it will be the result of how you have lived, how you live your life. Isn't it? So, am I gone out of my topic? Wow. I am supposed to talk what? Confession in action. Oh. so, yes, actually, I have written somewhere, meditation is the experience of Buddhahood within oneself. Compassion is the sharing of the fragrance of that Buddhahood experience. Yeah? The Buddhahood which you experience within yourself. Therefore, first, we really have to understand and practice the Dhamma, the meditation. Then compassion will come unfold. It's a result of your realization. And meditation is purifying oneself, lighting the candle within oneself. Compassion, sharing with others. Compassion is serving others, helping others. Meditation is serving oneself, helping oneself. They must go together. If you see, sometimes even within the Buddhist community, these two doesn't come close. Those who meditate, they keep their eyes closed, meditating for oneself. And those who do a lot of service, including the government, public service, they don't meditate. Both so important. Meditation, serving your consciousness, the inner aspect of your life, the subtle aspect of your life, and the other service is serving the body, the physical part. And we are made of this subtle consciousness, the formless, colorless, weightless part of our life. And the compassion, the body, which has, we need to take care, both this body and mind, in balance. So in our organization, we are trying to bring this together. Service and meditation. Compassion and meditation. Also we deliberately use this word. Compassion in action, meditation in action. Sometimes we are hero in talking, zero in action. We talk too much about compassion and zero in action. That will not help. Sometimes we talk too much about meditation and zero in practice. Meditation is not much for talking, it's practicing. But only to that extent, how to practice to know that. Yeah? Like the Christian people, they really don't use this word compassion. But perhaps in some place the Christian missionaries, they practice compassion more than many Buddhists, I think. They go to the most difficult places. They risk themselves. Some of them, they suffer from all kinds of diseases, what they call malaria and other diseases in remote villages, no air conditions, not like this. Malaria, mosquitoes, snake, all kinds of poisonous. No refrigerator to keep food fresh. So they suffer. They even die. Yet they go to places, work hard, build school for children, build hospital for people, do a lot of charity. And here in Buddhist world, sometimes very high-rank monks also talks too much about compassion. No action. So it has to be practical. There's also the meditation. Meditation, Buddha also, Buddha meditated and experienced that inner joy, happiness. He would also continue, with closed eyes. When he opened the eyes and came out and walked from village to village, from place to place, to share the compassion with compassion, to share the teaching with others. Why? He didn't remain silent. So, but sometimes we see that those group of Buddhist meditators, no, there is no end of doing service. No end of doing service. This is their karma. Let them suffer. We will meditate. We will not do. There are some people, this is wrong. We must meditate. We must experience the joy. Then we must share. Without compassion, no Buddhism. Compassion is the heart of Buddha's teachings. So how we started our projects in Ladakh? Yes. First, I was born and brought up in a traditional Buddhist family. I would say whatever, if you ask a question, in your, these things mentioned, to share one example, what is that motivated you to do this, all the services in India? So one, I could say, a part of it coming from previous life. Because since childhood, when I was not introduced into Dhamma properly, since childhood, I have a lot of curious, I was feeling for others. Yes, I was crying, looking at the other suffering people. That feeling for others, care for others, concern for others was in me since childhood. But I was not aware what is this compassion, whether it's the spirituality, it's the teachings of Buddha, or I don't know. Just simply that feeling was there. And at the age of 21, when also, before I became a monk, I was served in Indian Army as soldier. Even that, in the army also, I really didn't take seriously things. It was, I learned everything like a game, sport. I was not involved in actual war, but I was taught. We were trained and taught how to shoot a gun, how to throw a bomb, how to step knife, how to twist the neck, how to twist hand, how to kick, and how to kill the enemies. Horrible thing. But since I was not involved practically, I took this like a kung fu, just kung fu playing. The kung fu people also, in reality, they don't fight. It's just for show. So I enjoyed. I learned everything, not knowing that why I'm learning all this, just a game. But at the 21, when I met another Buddhist monk, we sat together, one of my cousin, and then we sat together. I as a soldier, he as a monk in monastery, We share our lifestyle. I asked that monk, what do you do in monastery? Tell me, whole day, what do you do? And he said, we wake up early morning, wash our face and go to the temple and we pray. And say, what is that prayer? Oh, pray, wishing peace, happiness, invoking the blessings of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, Devas for oneself, and also praying, wishing happiness, peace for others. Okay, after that what you do? Meditation. What is meditation? We're looking into the mind, purifying mind, becoming aware. After that what you do? Then we study the suttas. What suttas? Oh, suttas about compassion, suttas of loving kindness, suttas this wonderful. Then what do you do? Oh, then we do surveys, we go to the hospital, we visit some orphanage, old age home, we do some charity, we make some crutches for the broken limb. Wow. Then I said, then he asked, what do you do? Wake up in the morning, do I meditate? No meditation. In army, nobody teach meditation. No metta, only hatred. They teach hatred, really. Well, they don't teach meditation. No metta, no karuna, no mudita. What they taught me? How to throw a bomb. What they taught me? How to shoot a gun. What they taught me? How to hold a knife and easily kill others. What they taught me? If enemy appears in front of you suddenly, I have no chance to go and pick up my guns. Then I have to fight with the two hands. Then they taught me how to hold the neck, twist this way, kick here, kick there, twist. And while fighting physically, just to frighten the enemy, they were trained to make your face as ghostly as you can, as fearful as you can. And they taught us to produce the sound as ghostly as you can. All kinds of horrible sound, make horrible face so that the enemy get frightened and you get the willpower to push him and kill him. Terrible. And within a few months' time, the military instructor very successfully installed in our mind, in the minds of all the soldiers, that all the Chinese are enemies. All the Pakistanis are enemy. In Ladakh we have two borders, Pakistan, China, both are very friendly with India. So they said all the Chinese, all the Pakistani enemy. Within a few months, every soldier, every military is clear. All Pakistanis, Chinese are our enemy, must kill them. So terrible. And here, this monk was talking about metta. What is metta? Wishing happiness, peace. To whom? Father, mother. Okay, yes, father, mother, brother, sister. Next, neighbors, friends, relatives. Next. Then he says the next neighboring country. Oh, say no. Next neighboring, no. It cannot be. That's Pakistan, our next neighbor. Next neighbor, China, cannot. Yeah. And then he was telling, no, even more, beyond. Europe, America, whole universe. Metta was some wonderful teaching. Wow. Then I felt very sad. Wow, do I have to spend the rest of my life with this gun? Sometimes we have to sleep with guns, worshipping the gun. And when we wake up in the morning, we go to temple and clean the Buddha statue in temple. Where in military, we have to wake up and clean the gun. Keep ready. Keep gun. Every day we have to check and clean, really. Once in a week, we have to separate these parts and clean up. This is where we are taught. And I say, oh, no, suddenly this is not for me. Is it too late for me to quit and go to your monastery? Will somebody accept me also in the monastery? I asked him, is it too late? Because in our tradition, all the monks who become, the parents will offer at the age of 5, 6, 7. I never saw somebody becoming monk after 20. I was 21. So I thought I am already too old, cannot become a monk. So I asked, is it too late? He said, no, there's no age factor. The gate of Dharma is open for all, regardless of age or thing, as long as he's genuine, sincere. Oh, I am sincere. I want to give up this culture of bombs and guns. I want to go. Then we quickly wrote a letter to the master, and he said, if you are serious, welcome. It was such a good news. I quickly left the army, went to the monastery. I felt coming back home. I felt that I lost my way in jungle. Now I found back the way. So that made me to feel that I was a monk in previous life. And at childhood, I was something, I used to get lost in the kind of thoughts. 1 hour, don't know. My friends used to say, what happened? Just get lost with so many questions about life. So perhaps I was searching that. So now I felt that I found. And then that time, I had wanted to learn the Dhamma meditation and wanted to live a very peaceful, of course praying, meditating, but not starting all these projects. No idea of coming back to Ladakh and starting the projects. So I wanted to learn the Buddha's teachings and spend the rest of life, yogic life, very peaceful life, happy life. So when I began to study Buddha's teaching and heard, that really inspired me to take up. My teacher himself was involved in the service. My teacher also told me, the idea of spending the rest of life, a peaceful yogic life, is not so bad, but also not so good. Because you are young, you owe something, should do something. So the Buddha's teachings and my guru teacher inspired me to take up these things, go back and start. When I got involved and I realized, these projects are needed. And first I started with traditionally, Buddhist monks give Dhamma teachings, just give high philosophical teachings. Don't do bad things, do good things, this and that, talking about lot, about karma, nirvana, rebirth. Since I was born in traditional family, trained in traditional Buddhist monastery, I also started giving this philosophy, talking a lot about karma, nirvana. And soon I realized that meditation, the high philosophical teachings, soon I realized the talking of karma and nirvana is good for only certain people, like Singaporean. But for the poor children in the remote villages, this has no relevance. This was not their priority. But for the sick people, this high philosophical talk, karma, nirvana, was not priority. Yeah? For the homeless people, this karma, nirvana, high philosophy, next word was not priority, not relevance. For them, the first Dhamma, the best Dhamma for the poor children in remote villages, the best Dharma for them was to build a hostel and build a school and give the basic things, some clothes, some notebooks, pencil. And for the homeless elderly people, the best form of Dharma was to build a simple house with 4 walls to protect them from the severe cold, with temperature minus 20, 30, 40. This was the best Dharma. And for the sick people, the best Dhamma, best religion for sick people was a doctor and medicine, a hospital. Not the high philosophical teachings of the 98 stages of Chitta, consciousness, Abhidhamma, 31 planes of existence. There was no relevance. For them, the best Dhamma was doctor, the best Dhamma meditation was medicine. Yeah? The best meditation center was hospital. For them. I realized this personally. Then I said, okay, we will also look for a campus, big campus, we will have a beautiful meditation center for the Singaporean. But for the poor children, I will build a hostel. I will build a school. But for the sick people, I will build a hospital. But for the homeless people, I will build a home. That is how I look for the land and started this one. And now, when the children have hostel to live in, school to go, they have the basic food, clothing. Now they can also come and do puja, nice meditation. Otherwise, some Buddhist master also, without knowing the audience, the same high philosophy, the same Abhidhamma, the same karma nirvana, I keep on talking, the different stages of meditation. No, you have to see the audience. If you are a hungry person, don't give him the Abhidhamma. Give him food first. You give a hungry person, you hear, you tell the hungry person, close the eyes, keep your back erect, watch your breathing, see the Buddha. Oh, he will not see. Okay, at the beginning you don't see Buddha, open the eyes, see the Buddha statue, then close the eyes. Okay, at the beginning he said. Then slowly the Buddha statue is turned into a piece of bread. Yeah. You must have experience. Even if you are not meditating, you are lying, you are hungry, your mind is mostly just go to kitchen, isn't it? You see some bread piece, you see. Yeah, so that's not the way of teaching. Give him first bread. Feel his stomach. His stomach feel. Then you ask for sit and meditate. But our Buddhist master also do. They don't have the basic things. No, samsara is maya, nothing, renounce, give up, renounce. Well, there's nothing to renounce. So now we have beautiful meditation center for Singaporean, beautiful hostel for children, hospital, and the children are growing so beautifully. They go to the school, they learn the basic general education, they join every morning for prayer, meditation, they meditate. Sometimes the children also meditate very nicely because they don't have much desire like the grown-up people. And that's how we started, yeah. And then I must share, while developing the campus, while building this hostel for the children, the hospital, other charitable activities, I had to face a lot of challenges. All this financial support must come from outside Ladakh, outside India. 100%, no support from local people, because I have other disadvantage that I was born and brought up in Tibetan Buddhist tradition, but ordained in Sri Lanka tradition. So the people look at me as another sect, another Hindu, like they never accepted me as a Buddhist monk. They don't know also. If I wear the local dress, Tibetan style, Tibetan tradition, even if I'm not a high-rank Rinpoche, I will manage to get some support. They will give something for. They are very poor, but still they can give something, contribute some material things for the hostel, but not for me. They come to me to ask, please sponsor my child, please give money for operation of my child, please help, my house is broken. Oh, they all come to me to get. Nobody came to give. And my next neighbor, some Rinpoche built temple, where people were bringing construction material. Some fellows were bringing bricks, some fellows bringing some wood, some other thing bringing, some are coming volunteer. No, not for Mahabodhi, not for me. That was a big challenge. Lot of challenges. And fundraising, first time. Now I know you people, you know, so you trust, you can give some money. And also you visit Ladakh, you see the school, you give some donation. That time, first time I was a dream. I want to build this. Today I went to see S. Damika. He was first one to visit Ladakh. That's just visiting, and I said, dream. When they were dropping 50 cents, 1 Singapore dollar like this. First time I came to Singapore, 1990, 92 something, no? So very hard the fundraising part. Still continue very hard, though I get some donation now. So very hard because the need has grown. Now, before when I starting, not many projects. Now projects are grown, the campus grown, so the struggle for funds is still going. So hard, so many challenges, so difficulties. Many times the thought will come, why don't I move to Taiwan or Burma, Thailand, or Malaysia, Singapore, or Europe, America. You know, if I move there, I need such a nice room, there's so many delicious food, somebody will drive me in Mercedes-Benz car, somebody will drive me in Audi car, air conditions, fridge, fruits. Just give short Dhamma talk, short little puja. Wow. That came to my mind very often. It was too hard, too difficult. And the climatic conditions too, very hard. You may have money, now no time, cannot construction. You may have money, no material. The material has to be imported from Jammu, Chandigarh, Delhi. So many challenges. And if you ask, what is that keep you there? Really, this compassion again. That compassion make me to feel that the more numbers is more important than one number. One number is less important than more number. Then I compare the person who is suffering in building up these projects, building up the campus, the number of person who are suffering, having going through a lot of problems to help these people are much less number. And the number of people who are benefiting, the number of people who are getting smile from these projects are much higher. No comparison. Now currently, I think the whole Ladakh community have been benefited from Mahabodhi in some or other ways. There's so many medical camps in different villages. So many thousands of children from the remotest villages of Ladakh got education. And not simple education. The first batch, the second, third batch, we give priority to the girls, you know. Again, in this world, another delusion, illusion, wrong view, the discrimination between male and female, girls and boys, is a terrible thing. It goes in even Buddhism. Buddhism is known as very compassionate religion, a scientific religion. That's the reason spread Buddhism in the West. But we still have one or two questions that makes our face gloomy, no answer. They say, your religion is so compassionate. We often hear the Buddhist monks talking, not only all human beings be well and happy, but they say, may all sentient beings be happy, sentient beings be well and happy. The sentient beings include mosquito, cockroach, and snake. Oh, you are so compassionate. You're so compassionate for this cockroach, mosquitoes, other. But how about your sister? Your sister, your nuns have no equal opportunity. You know, the nuns cannot get, even today cannot get full ordination in many countries. Then the Westerner asked this question, no answer. In Bangkok, I was with one of the very senior monk from Cambodia. You must have Gosananda. He's a very famous monk, he's no more. I had the honor to stay in his room, share his room. So I thought, he's a famous monk, senior monk. I must make best use of the time to learn something. I raised this question, Bhante, I travel around the world. I'm encountered with this question. They often ask why our nuns has not given full ordination. And the Bhante said, or this sutra mentioned like this sutra. In the Vinaya, this sutra mentioned. I said, Bhante, with all the apologies, with all the requests, can you leave the sutras aside and tell me from your own heart? You tell from your heart. Then he became angry. You keep quiet, don't ask like questions. Oh, he became a bit upset. He said, keep quiet, don't ask. We have to ask this question. Why you always look into the book? And I don't think that Tripitaka can contain the 45 years of Buddha's teachings. Yes, we must respect the sutras, but also Buddha asks us to respect our common sense. When somebody is standing in front of you, expressing something with the tears in their eyes, tears is dropping from their eyes, is this not enough proof? Why you need to go and dig in the suttas? Here in this person is a life, conscious, pulsing heart. Suttas, no heart there, no pulse, no life. Isn't it? So that doesn't mean any disrespect to this, but we have to think. So I cannot understand these differences, men, women, when I'm sitting here talking about how to purify the mind, how to develop compassion, wisdom, how to get liberation. Where is the need to raise the question of male and female? There's no question of male and female. I cannot tell this. My mother is sitting here and I'm supposed to give teaching, and I said, oh, mother, sorry, I have great love and respect for you, but you are female. Can you please go behind? First come, father. You listen the Dhamma, you go to heaven first. Can we say that? Cannot. If I will do the other way, your mother is sitting behind, mother, you come first. But all of us know how much the mother have given love, affection, also how much the mother suffered bringing us up. So sooner the Buddhist people realize and this discrimination is removed, the better. There are a few other questions also. So also in general, it's not Buddhist in the whole world. That Islam may be the worst discrimination of girls and boys. So girls are also neglected. Singapore is different. Developed country different. Third world countries, girls are neglected in different ways, left behind. So that's why we started the girl hostel first, give them priority so that they can also come up, in the same level, can move. This is again, poverty, illiteracy is source of that. Even if the mother, father have a equal love, respect, concern for the boys and girls, if the parents are very poor, if you have only this little amount of money, and they have to make a choice whom to spend the money, for the girls or boys, they will decide to spend the money for the boys, because they think spending money for the boys is an investment. Spending money for the girl is expenditure, because the girl one day will go away and never come back and will not bring. Boys will bring. That's how poor girls, they don't even know that's how they are being discriminated. The girls don't know the children. So I feel so sad. I watch a movie those days when I was a soldier, touch my heart and make me cry. It's Kumara Bab, the film. Kumara Bab means, what do you call it, the celibate father or something. That means adopted the son from. It's a long story. The story is long, your time is short. So you want to hear the long story, please come to Ladakh. But here I don't think, no time for long story in Singapore. So I have to cut down the story. So I started the girl hostel and collected the girls from remote villages. And do you know these girls, the first, second batch, most of the girls created history in those remote villages in China border, Pakistan border, by being the first graduate and postgraduate girls from those villages. Before that, nobody went to school, even if when they just 5th class, 6th class, 7th class. And these girls, first I educated them up to 10th standard in Mahabodhi. Then I took them to South India, Bangalore, put them in very, very reputed colleges. And now the principal of our school is product, first batch. The one yoga teacher, meditation teacher. They've been here, I think, last time, 2 of them. One is doctor now in a hospital. One is administrator. See, this wonderful. So looking at those, how these children are blossoming, and I found is education is the best weapon to protect these girls from all kinds of exploitations. Yeah, education. So I also realized with education, even a handicap is no more handicap. We started a school for blind children. There's one girl, now the girl is studying in Delhi University doing master's degree. And she is traveling from Delhi to Chandigarh alone. I cannot. In Delhi she will come alone in the big city. I find difficult. See, if you have an education, even a handicap is no more handicap. Without education, you may be very strong. You can easily be cheated and be fooled and get in trouble. So, education. That too, guided by Buddhist principle, is the best education. So this is what we have been doing. And now thousands of children being helped. Thousands of life of a children being, they may be independent. They have come up in life. So comparing the life of 1 or 2, 3 persons who are suffering with the number of so many children benefiting, that is the driving force still keeping me. Sometimes now, sometimes the thought comes, now enough. You go to the mountain, meditate, because meditation is so important for me also. I have a cave, nice cave, hermitage, my personal hermitage, but no time to go and meditate. Instead of being in that hermitage in the mountain, I often end up in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, like these places. Yeah. So this is sacrificing. In other words, that you can compassion, taking the suffering of others upon oneself, sharing the suffering of others oneself, with the scientific, logic reasoning, that the more number is more important than less number. It's worth of sacrificing the less number for the cause of greater numbers. That force is still keeping me, otherwise I would have gone long back. Either in the mountain cave, I must have become a bit like Lobsang Rampa with a little bit mustache here in the cave. Or maybe in Los Angeles. Now many monks like to go to Los Angeles. You like to go and see different Buddhist monks, different Buddhist tradition, temple. Don't come to Asian country. Go to Los Angeles, California. So this is the force. Compassion is keeping me still there. But there are also limits now. I'm getting old with the sick. I wanted to become a yogi. I end up with rogi. You understand rogi? Or rogi? Rogi. Rogi means sick. Yogi means yogi. I wanted to become yogi, but now I became a rogi. Because diabetes and all these things. But no problem. So with this now, all these projects we started Ladakh, and our campus is becoming a role model now for others also. Even many monks in Ladakh, thousands of monks are there in Ladakh. Traditional never get enrolled in this kind of humanitarian service program. They will all live in temple doing some puja or some blessing, some ritual ceremonies. But now, looking at Mahabodhi, some monks started activities good. I wish these monks in Burma, Thailand, Sri Lanka also should do. So many monks, thousands and thousands of monks are there. Of course, those who can retire to the forest and mountains, spend the rest of their life in a samadhi, in meditation. Wonderful, but I don't think they can go and live. If they haven't reached that state, they really should take up something. You have to learn something, Christian missionaries. I mean, without losing the main purpose of life of a monk, without losing the essence of Buddha's teaching. They have to address the problems or in the society. Without society, even Sangha cannot survive. Even to survive, survival of the Sangha, Buddhist community, society must be strong. If the society is not strong, Sangha also cannot survive. So they have to help each other. In the past, there has been too much gap between the lay people and the Sangha. Buddhists, you see the traditional Buddhist monastery far in the high mountain or deep in the forest. Now Christian missionaries go to every street, every small street they go and open small center and create program. All the young children are attracted. And we Buddhists are meditating there in the caves or in temple doing puja, too much puja. So there's a need to do these things, yeah. So I'm very happy that this campus becoming model. And now we are also coming out of Ladakh. India is the birthplace of Buddhism. This great religion, the wonderful religion, was born in India, flourished from India, spread it far and wide. But unfortunately, it declined and disappeared in its birthplace, India. Now, again, millions of people are coming back to Buddhism, millions. It was started particularly from the community, unfortunately, in Indian society divided into many caste systems. The lowest caste was known as untouchable. There was a great leader, Dr. Ambedkar. He got the opportunity to study in England. He became the law minister of Government of India, architect of Indian Constitution. He said he saw the suffering of his people, how his people were treated so brutally, so inhuman way. They were made to do the worst laboring works, and they were not allowed to take water from the same tap. They cannot even see. They are not allowed to go to school. They are not allowed to go to temple. Terrible. We can't think of that. Who treated worse than dogs? Dogs and cats we keep in our house, isn't it? No, these people are not allowed. Dogs and cats allowed, human beings not allowed. What kind of religion is that? What kind of human beings are that? So the millions in numbers. So Dr. Ambedkar said, this belief discrimination caste system comes from religion. We will have to think a religion which treats with dignity. And he started studying different religions. Finally, he chose Buddhism. Though there was no Buddhist monks to request him, there were Christian people to request him, you come to Christianity, we will support you, give you money, lot support. Muslims went to him, but no, they chose Buddhism. He started in 1956, I think, in Nagpur, a place with 500,000 people. Now millions people. And recently, 2 years back, 100,000 of them became Buddhists under my guidance in a place called Gujarat. I went there just to lead the ceremony. That's all. But they took the refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha and declared themselves Buddhists with so much devotion, with so much joy. And after that, so what? They don't know what to do. There was no temple, no Buddhist manga, nothing. They again forced to go back to the Hindu tradition and all this. So I feel so sad. I'm already overburdened with all these projects in Ladakh. Yet I could not refuse to them. They came and requested, Bhante, please continue to guide us, help us. So now I'm planning to set up a center there. Already we have few programs, recently Karuna Day program, so many people came. So I'm planning to set up a school hostel for the poor children from the new Buddhist community, and also a monks training center. I hope to collect the boys, young boys from them, give them the basic training, monastic training, and then send for them higher training in Burma, Thailand, Sri Lanka. So many Buddhist colleges, wonderful monasteries, Burma, Thailand, Sri Lanka. I already sent 6 young monks from Ladakh. They are coming up so well in Burma, so well, 1 year already. So this is my another dream, dream projects. I can only dream. You all have to fulfill this dream, complete the dream. I am a dreamer, but fulfiller has to come. Yeah. So next year in January we are hoping to have a big event there, International Festival of Buddhist Heritage of Gujarat. In Gujarat state, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi comes from the state, and he is also very much inclined to Buddhism. We have the best Prime Minister now, who is also very supportive to Buddhism. So we like to do something there. There's a lot of Buddhist heritage, caves and other things. And I hope it's a big number of people from Singapore, organized by our BF, will come to Gujarat also this year. Yeah. So, and few other places we are also working in India. India has a very bright future. Millions of them coming back to Buddhism. Traditional Buddhist country, Buddhism is declining. But in China and India have a great future for Buddhism. China also coming up. But China economically also coming up. You don't need to give donation to China anymore. China himself come up. China have all the resources. There are many monks, nuns, monasteries also. India destroyed, finished, nothing. So please give little thoughts to India, the birthplace of Buddhism. I have written a small booklet called Return of the Buddha. It distributed yesterday something. And there are 2 farms also, one for the festival in Gujarat, another is small farm if anybody is interested to help support some projects. There are mainly 2-3 projects. Construction of monastery is the most important, Bhikkhu training center, where we can train the young boys. Unless and until we train a good monks who can devote their whole life for the Buddha Sasana, Buddhism cannot come up. That is what I wish. Okay, so you still have time? Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, okay. Okay, this one here.
Thank you, Bante. Very inspiring. I have a question about when you talk about being in Sotapanna. I mean, having the determination to be Sotapanna or Arahat. To be very honest, when I first heard of the term Arahat, going to Nibbana and disappear, I wasn't attracted at all. So for very long, I wasn't very attracted. Sotapanna, I understand, because you don't want to become, animals and all that. But to become a Arahat, I thought, why would just disappear? It's not attractive at all. So, but I was still very attracted in the teaching because over the years, I've become, I think, a more patient, nicer person. So I really like the teaching, but I still cannot see myself as Arahat. But recently, I am trying to learn other tradition as well, more open, not just strictly Theravada. So I read a book by Lama Zopa, and the book was called Bodhisattva Attitude. So his teaching was we should be determined to be a bodhisattva. That means you want to come back and save and help people in this world. And I find it more attractive, actually. So I'm just wondering, what do you think? Because is it okay, because I know that for the Theravadins, you want to be an Arahat, but for the Mahayanas, they want to be a bodhisattva. I just personally feel a lot more determined to come back here again to help. Is it okay? What do you think?
Oh, interesting question. uh, uh, now the Sotapanna is the first stage, then the second, then the third, then the fourth, so on. So first you think of Sotapanna. If you think Sotapanna is little bit more interesting for you, please then become first Sotapanna. Arahant think something strange, don't think. That will come later on. When you become Sotapanna, that will help you to see after Sotapanna Sagadagami more clearly. When you become Sagadagami, then it will help you to see clearly what Anagami. When you become Anagami, it will help you to see clearly what Arahant is. Yes, at the beginning you will have so much confusion. It happened to me also. First I went to the monastery, when I became a monk, and then we were asked to follow 227 rules. And don't do these things, don't do these things, don't do these things. Don't speak this, don't see this, don't hear this, don't think this, don't eat after 12 o'clock. Follow 227 rules. Wow. So I thought after giving up all these things, worldly pleasures, after observing all the precepts, I thought I'm going to get something. And then I hear teachings from my teacher, shunyata, emptiness, arahant means emptiness, shunyata. Well, it created a big question. What? I am sacrificing all worldly pleasures, following 227 rules. No music, no songs, no good food, don't do this thing, don't do... And ultimately I'm going to become empty, nothingness. What? I thought of running away. Oh, big question. But slowly, I realized when you are empty, you have everything. Yeah? When you are nobody, no problem. I was sharing with our friends the other day. Here in this world, everybody is trying to become somebody. Nobody is trying to become nobody. So long you try to become everybody, trying to be somebody, you must be sure to have problems. You be nobody, no problems. Everybody will create problem for somebody, but nobody can create a problem for nobody. Yes. So when you become an Arahant, Buddha was Arahant, thousands of monks were Arahant. It doesn't mean Arahant means a throne will grow here, a horn will grow here. The same thing. Only thing is now without Arahant, you have an attachment, you have a clinging, you have a false ego, you have a I-ness and my-ness. That creates fear, that do not leave us to live in peace. Now when Arahant means dropping this ignorance, this delusion, this illusion, this hallucination, this false concept, the false perception, the false view with I-ness and my-ness, dropping that, this is, after that is Arahant. This is wonderful. Wonderful. I realized later on, wow, Arahant, emptiness, best. Emptiness, no problem. Full have problems. You have something full, now the full will, something you have that will get decay, that somebody will still take away, they will break. When there's empty, nothing, no problems. Anyway, that's also maybe too high. So, Sotapanna. And then the coming back of this idea of coming back as Bodhisattva, also good, but this must be with wisdom. Because you are afraid of becoming Arahant, you want to come back That I don't know whether it will be a true bodhisattva or not. That could be if it is not with the wisdom, it could be a excuse to remain in this world. Excuse to come back in this world. Yeah, but this will come. The idea of coming back as bodhisattva is the last stage. You are almost enlightened. You are enlightened in a way. You are already enlightened like, but you said you decide, no, I'll stay some more to share the Dhamma because so many people are groping in darkness, groping in darkness, hitting the head against the wall, not finding the way. And I found the way. How can I go away, leaving all these people suffering? So let me help little bit. That may be last moment such a wisdom with compassion may arise. It's good. So don't worry about anagami and other thing. First attend sotapanna. Sotapanna is now this description of sotapanna, sagadagami, anagami, arahan, bodhisattva, pacheka Buddha, Buddha. It can be so complex, so difficulties, and some people do explain, oh, it is impossible. You have to take thousands of life. Why thousand? Much more thousands of life you already taken. You already taken. Who knows among these, you have been following Dhamma tens of thousands of life before. So the practice of Dhamma and the achievement of the different stages of enlightenment cannot be described like military rule, that everybody must do the same thing, because we are all different. Like in the case of Buddha's time, Buddha gave teaching, some are just after listening one discourse became enlightened. Some, having lived with Buddha so many years, couldn't become Sotapanna, couldn't become enlightened. What to talk about others? Ananda, Buddha's personal attendant, also could not become Arhat, having lived with Buddha over 20 years or so, like his shadow. And some thousands of people are coming, listening to becoming. Ananda couldn't. So there's a different things. Therefore, to say that not possible, yes, could be difficult. Maybe you need to come another 1,000 lives. Maybe some of you in this very lifetime, and must. So it can be described with difficult. It can be so as simple as Sotapanna means making a strong decision, making a strong, vow that hereafter, until I get enlightenment, I'm not going to give up the learning and practicing of Dharma. This is Sotapanna already. So what is the meaning of Sota and Panna? Sorota means stream. Yeah, Panna is what the person who is, who jump into that. Like that is mean river, stream, river. River is the path. Ocean is the goal, nirvana. Ocean is the nirvana. Now, you drop something in the river, ultimately it will reach to the ocean, nirvana. All the rivers are going towards the ocean, isn't it? Now, if you don't drop into the river, it will never reach to the ocean. Yeah? So, in the same way, you establish yourself on the path with a strong determination. In simple language, it is like Sotapanna. Then Anagami, of course, going deeper, Sagadagami, Anagami, going deeper, breaking up the fetters, the ignorance, the attachment, the clinging, the false ego, this I-ness, man. You go deeper, contemplation, meditation, inquiry, practice, they go together, things become clear. So, therefore, I don't see why you all cannot become Sotapanna. Sotapanna means not having hesitation, not having reluctance, just jumping into the river. Yeah? That doesn't mean actually jumping, please tomorrow don't go. and jump in the river. You won't go and jump, and then police come, what happened? Why you don't know that? I listened to teaching of great monk Himalaya yesterday. He told me to become a Sotapanna. And we asked, what's Sotapanna? Means it is jumping into so I will get into trouble. They will never give me visa next time.
I think in the essence of time, I think probably the next questions will become on Wednesday. And those people, those people already want to stay back, maybe can just stay a while for maybe Bante will be here. I think probably going to close the service and then continue some Wednesday. Means this Wednesday Bante will be here to share with us again, right? So I think with that, shall we say sadhu 3 times? So Bante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.